Hello everybody, Victor Freak here, and welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Hooray! Alright, yeah. So, this episode, we are gonna draw Zygarde. Right, Zygarde. But we're not just drawing the Zygarde 50% that we all come to know and not really love. No. Because, honestly, by my point of view, but it's my point of view, so I don't know, other people, you might love Zygarde, but honestly, I kind of think Zygarde 50%, kind of doesn't look as exciting as many other legendaries. So, that's why I decided that today I'll be drawing Zygarde Perfect. Right, so we know that recently we found out about the Zygarde forms. So you got the Zygarde cell, which are the Zygarde body parts, which have no feeling, they're sentient, and we got the Zygarde core, which is pretty much the brain, the mind, and there's one Zygarde core. There's loads, apparently like thousands of Zygarde cells scattered all around the world. And when something terrible has happened and Zygarde needs to come out and fix it, the Zygarde cells will come together. And if there's 10% of the Zygardes formed all together with the Zygarde core, it's Zygarde 10%, which is that weird dog, wolf, whatever, green Houndoom, what I call it. And if there's 50% of all the Zygarde cells in the world, Zygarde 50%, and then Zygarde Perfect is all the Zygarde cells, all together with Zygarde core. Alright, so yeah, Zygarde Perfect is what we'll be drawing today. Yes. So, here are the tools that you'll need. You'll need, of course, pencil and rubber. Nothing new, right? A thin outliner. I mean, if you don't have a thick one, well, if you don't have a thin one, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, I think what I'm doing, because Zygarde Perfect is pretty detailed, so you might want to take a thin outliner and a few colored pencils. Alright, so let me just get them all here. So we're gonna need a gray, a black, there's gonna be the green for the hexagons and Zygarde, and this darkish navy-ish green, which will be for the shading of the green. We also have the blue, wait a second, this blue for the wing things on the right side of Zygarde. Not sure what those are. And a dark blue for the shading of that blue part. There's the red for the left side of Zygarde, and this purplish red is for the shading of the red. And then you have the weird mouth thingy on Zygarde's body, which also has the blue that we saw before, the red that we saw before, an orange, and a light blue. So those are the colors that you'll need. And as always, we're going to be doing the pencils, the thin, rough positioning. Alright, so Zygarde is very big. It stands on 2 legs and has a lot of hexagons. I mean, Zygarde. And it has a really, really long tail and these 4 weird wing things, 2 coming out of each of his shoulders. So, yeah. I always thought that Zygarde Perfect kind of looks like, I don't know, a Decepticon and Perfect Cell. You take Zygarde 50%, Decepticon, really any one of them, and then you mash in Perfect Cell. It kind of creates perfect Zygarde, really. I don't know. Anyway, so a little bit to the right of the middle of the page, quite high as well. We'll have the head here, not too big. Okay, and we're gonna have the body, which is like a really big circle here. And the this is bottom of the body, I guess, here. And then the legs will be coming out. Actually, I think, nah, that's actually good. Yeah. So, yep, the legs are coming out of here. Really long legs. And here as well. And we're gonna have his wing things. Wing things coming here. Really long. Actually, yeah, so his wing thing on the left of us is covering quite a lot of his body and like a little bit of his head, not much really, because so here like this, I'm gonna curve it, coming down here. Might want it to spread out a little more actually. And we have the other wing back here as well. And we'll have the arm here underneath. So about half of the arm on our left is, yeah, about half of it is covered up by this wing. So it's just gonna be like this. One over here, a circle here. Okay, and now we will do the other wings. So over here, some of it is hidden behind its head. We can see it coming out of its shoulders like this. And actually, now we did this part, we're gonna do the arm because this part of the arm is in front of this wing. So just go like this. Okay, so most of that is done now, and I think I'm just gonna make this body look a little straighter. But it kind of looks like he's tilting a little. Okay, but now we're gonna do the tail. It's over here, coming, it looks like it's coming out of his back pretty high. Looks like his tail comes out of this area behind him. So over here. And curve it, going back up pretty high, like so. Alright, that looks pretty good for now. So now also, I think we can make the head a little more, I wouldn't say detailed, but there's like the thing under his head, kind of like a collar of a t-shirt if you like, but not really because, well, this is Pokemon. Not like this. And he has spikes coming out of his head. One spike there, another spike back here, another spike here, and one at the back. So we'll just go like this for now. That's pretty good. And now I think we're good to move on to the actual image. I'm just gonna fix a little up over here. Okay, so just gonna rub a little bit of all of the lines so it's a little more faint, so we won't get it confused with the pencil that we're gonna be pressing a little harder, which will be now. Okay, so let's start with the head. So his head, the collar thing, starts around here, and it goes pretty deep into his chest actually. Alright, so now we're gonna do the face. The face is a little bit harder. There's a lot of hexagons. Its eyes are, so I just made these lines like this here. So we're gonna have the eyes just here. Coming down, connecting it to the other one. Okay, so that's pretty much it with the head for now. Now we're gonna move on to the wings. So I'm just gonna quickly make the shape of the wing, and then I will show you what you will do next. Okay, so I got the first wing done, and now we're gonna do a bunch of hexagon shapes. So there's one here, but not too, don't press too hard with these. And another one here, and there's a few going down here. Around here at the bottom, we're gonna have another one. And then we have this bunch of hexagons put together to make this weird shaping pattern on Zygarde. Okay, so I just did this, right? And now I'm just gonna do a bunch of these. These gonna be the same patterns on all of the wings, but the wings are going to be for later. First, now we're gonna do the arm here, and then we're gonna do the body, and then we'll see what we're gonna do next. Okay, so we finished the body. I'm gonna fix up the face a little, and then we're gonna move on to the bottom part of the body and then the legs. Okay, so we finished the body and the legs. Now we're good to move on to this side of the wings and arm. So before we do this arm, we're just gonna do a quick part of the wing right here, going up. And now over here, we're gonna have the other arm. And now we're just gonna pretty much do the exact same thing that we did over here on this arm. Okay, so now we're good to move on to this wing here. So I'm gonna do this wing and then the wing behind here. And then I'm gonna do this wing. Okay, so now we're up to doing the tail. So the tail is probably the easiest part of Zygarde Perfect. There really isn't that much detail at all. Just the tail, the spike on the end, and pretty much the same pattern here, except in the middle of the tail. Sort of, not really. They're mostly just spikes, but yeah. So we're gonna be doing that now. And oh, looks like there was a part here that I forgot to do. Okay, so that is that is all with the pencil. So I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anything. So I'm pretty sure we're good to put the pencil away for now. And now we're going to start outlining. There are a few parts that, so the outline is going to be pretty hard, I guess, but there are some of the hexagons, most of them like here and here and up here. Some of them are going to be outlined a little thinner and some lines as well. So I'm gonna do those parts a little later. So first we're just gonna do the outline where we're gonna outline normally. So we're gonna start with the head first. Alright, so I'm gonna let this dry a little and then I'm gonna come back.
A few moments later.
Alright, so it seems that the outliner has dried now. So I think we're good to rub out. We're just gonna get our eraser, rub all of the pencil out. All of it. Okay, so we don't want any pencil left at all. Okay, that's pretty good. And I'm sure you just saw as I was rubbing out, I found out that there were a few places that I forgot to outline. And yeah, it's pretty easy for that to happen because the color does it barely changes when you outline over the pencil, so it's a little hard to tell where you outlined and where you didn't. But now we're good to coloring in. So first, we're gonna do all the shaded colors. So let's start off. Let's start off with the black. Although, even if we are shading, we don't want to press too hard. We don't want it to be completely black. We just want it to be a dark gray. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I'm just gonna outline some areas because the gray that we just used made it a little harder to see some of the lines, but not many, just a few. Okay, so now we're gonna use the exact same black that we just used, except we're gonna use it much lighter. We're gonna use it much softer this time, just like this. And we're gonna use it on, well, most of Zygarde. That's all done with the gray areas. Now I'd say we should move on to the green. And again, we're gonna start off with the shaded green. So parts like here, we're gonna be going first. Now we're just gonna do the normal green. Okay, that's good. And I forgot to do this before, but let's just do it now. So you're gonna take a gray pencil, and we're just gonna shade the shaded parts for the white areas. And as in the white areas, I mean like the claws and these things. Okay, so that's done. Wasn't much to do there anyway. Okay, so now let's move on to the red. And the red shaded, the dark red first. So most of the red on Zygarde Perfect is shaded red. There's barely any normal red, but yeah, it's mostly just on the wings here. Actually, no, it is all on just, no, not completely. On the wings here and that mouth patterny thing. And then we got the blue. We got the blue and then we're almost done. I cannot believe I haven't noticed this till now. I cannot believe that I have not noticed that I haven't colored this part in. How could I have missed that? I have no idea. Okay. And, ooh, forgot to do that part as well. This shaded blue. And now all we have left to do is the mouth thing. Mouth patterning thing. So we have the other blue, the blue lighter than the light blue, right? And we also have the orange that we also haven't used yet. But before those two, we're gonna use the blue that we just used here. So that's this part. And then we take our lighter blue. I'm gonna make that blue before a little more distinguishable. Darken a little. And that part stays white. I'm gonna let it fade in a little. And then we get the orange over here. Oh, wait a second. No, the blue before goes a little further. There we go. And then the orange. Which goes all the way here. And then the red. And then it's pretty much all. We have finished Perfect Zygarde. Yes, it is done. It is done. Perfect Zygarde is complete. So, tell me, did your drawing go well, Perfect Zygarde? And leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And also, I will be doing a few more drawing tutorials from now on. I decided that instead of doing the usual, but not always, but my usual 3 episode playthroughs and then 1 drawing tutorial. I was thinking every third day is going to be drawing tutorial. Yeah, every third day is going to be a drawing tutorial. So 2 playthroughs in yeah, two playthroughs, and then next week will be a drawing tutorial. So every third week, drawing tutorial. That is our new schedule from now on. So if you'd like to see those future drawing tutorials, please subscribe to keep up to date, and I will see you next time.